Welcome back, Team Tabletop. Today, we're going to be opening up the brand new Midnight Hunt Innistrad set booster, and we're doing this because we desperately need the cards. A bunch of new things are coming in to the format, not very game-changing for the formats that we play EDH. You guys haven't checked out the Irish Commander Knights? I highly recommend that you do. Oh, don't lick my hand. Alright, hopefully we can get a little bit lucky today, grab ourselves a nice Ren and 7, and if so, we'll be able to build the deck that I'm currently looking for. I also have this nice little bundle for us to do later on as well. But for now, let's sit back, relax, drink some tea, and enjoy the unboxing. Okay, so we switched over to microphone, which should sound a hell of a lot better currently. If not, then I overpaid for a useless mic. But sure. Oh wow, look at this, Midnight Hunt. The werewolf set of Innistrad that doesn't have a werewolf commander inside their precons, which was kind of odd, but sure, it is what it is. Come on. Ooh-wee. There we are. If you guys are new to the show, you're very welcome here. My name is Trent. I will be your host today. And you know what? We opened up a lot of products here. Recently, it's been a little bit Magic-orientated because the other stuff is just taking a bit of time to actually get here. The Pokemon stuff, it's getting ready for the 25th anniversary. The Yu-Gi-Oh stuff is a couple of days away with the Ancient Battle Tins, or Tins of Ancient Battle. And of course, there's also the Digimon set, Double Diamond, along with the EX collection that's coming out relatively soon. But for today, is Magic in the air. Never believe it's not so. Let's go. If you guys enjoy what you see, please be sure to hit that subscribe button, like the video, and hopefully we can afford to do some of this. And you guys want to buy some product for yourselves, of course, go to tabletop.ie. I should have some more of these set boosters left. Here you are. Got a nice little, oh my god, that's the Flesh Man, isn't it? Yeah, he's scary. And we get our beautiful, beautiful foil planes. Remember guys, set boosters have a 40% chance of being a foil planes, or foil land. Alright. Got a nice little plummet, of course. Just checking to see the focusing. I'm just going to change it for 1 second, people. There we go, a little bit crispier for my audience, because we only deserve the best. And by we, I mean us. You and I. Or UI. Not to be confused with a user interface. Okay, got a nice little Grizzly Ghoul, Rite of Oblivion, not too bad. The showcase card, you see that? Aldrich Outrider, and we get a Spell Rune Painter. Okay. This time they're going for a more, how you would say, I want to say comic booky, old style sort of team here. Because, I don't know, it's reminiscent of the ones you got inside Kaldheim. And this is definitely a werewolf. They flip over because they're double-sided now. Apparently that's too difficult to do for commander sets, so that's why we don't have a commander werewolf. Oh, and we got a Teferi who slows the sunset down. Let's go. First card off the bat, there we are. And we get a Gale Drifter. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, this is I think this is the most expensive card in the set, going like 15 to 20 euros currently, next to Ren and 6, which is the second one, I believe. Although there are a lot of good hidden gems inside this set. The fairy who slows down the sunset. Strangely, he does not actually trigger sunrise or nightfall himself. So, for +1, not too bad. Choose an artifact, creature, and or target land, untap those ones that you control, but you can also choose your opponents, and then you tap the permanents you don't, and you gain 2 life regardless. And for -2, look at the top 3 cards of your library, put 1 of them into your hand, and the rest in the bottom of your library. So it's kind of like the Professor Onyx, but it's a little bit worse or better, depending on what you're trying to do. Onyx populates the grave, while this one just lets you draw a card. It's pretty nice. And the emblem is untap all permanents during each opponent's untap step, and you draw a card during each opponent's draw step. So this means that you have a Seaborn Muse along with some sort of a draw engine here. If you think about it, if they have something like Sphinx of the Second Sun, you'll be able to do this multiple times in one turn, which I think is pretty neat. Lisa. Played against one of these the other day. Man, is she strong. It's like a rest in peace that you can't really interact with. Unless you kill it. That's always an interaction. These are kind of like I don't know, the lands I think they're nice, they're neat, but they're kind of hard to distinguish. So got Dawn Horde Mentor. Got ourselves a nice little Dawn Heart Warden. Tuna, if you keep purring like this, we're not going to be able to get any good footage. Okay, Tavern Ruffian. Boom. Now you're a nightmare. Curse of Deception. Okay. This is, I can't remember. Yes, this is one of the commander cards, I believe. As you can see here, it has the commander symbol. I believe this is the one that Mark Rosewater and the testers are currently trying to do, where they put commander staple cards inside the set booster that they can't put inside the 99 of the other commander decks. And one thing we're trying to find is Lindel, which is a very strong cursed commander who is only available inside the set boosters and the collector boosters, along with the adversary cards. So not too bad. This one's actually pretty good. It's one of the ones you want to use on yourself as well. So at the beginning of Enchanted Player's draw step, that player draws 2 additional cards. At the beginning of Enchanted Player's end step, that player discards their hand. So all kinds of shenanigans you guys think there. Natural growth, something that I love to see. You love to see it. At the beginning of each combat now, double the power and toughness of each creature you control until the end of turn. So you're able to get multiple combat steps inside of one turn. It just doubles the power. It's great. Fantastic, people. So Gruul is certainly looking pretty nice. We also get a nice little Ruffian as a foil card, of course, and a spirit token. Why must you... Why? Why? The advertisement, I swear. Ooh, you see this? So this is either an MDFC card or it's a card from the list. And they put Rin 6 inside this booster box now because they changed the list up with every single iteration. We get the nice little mountain, so we have 3 of them now. Raise the efficacy, I believe. Defense rate. Reddit's going to go crazy for that one. Unruly Mob. Homestead Courage. Got Terminal Alchemist. Arcane Infusion. Okay, this one's actually a pretty decent one. Look at the top 4 cards of your library, reveal an instant or sorcery from among them, put them in your hand, and put the rest in the bottom in any order, and you can flash it back. Let's go. Got a nice little Geldrifta, who when it comes back, it's just a 2/2 flying with the disturb costs. They're a little bit weird, I'm not gonna lie. Vengeful Strangler. Comes back as a strangling grass. Okay, so these are the ones that start off with creatures, but you blink them. If they die and they come back with Disturbed, it comes back as an enchantment, but if you blink the enchantment, it comes back as the creature. Very, very unique interactions here, people. Can't wait to actually test this all out later on. Got a nice little Kazakh. Ooh, attacks, you gain a mana and you don't lose mana. Got the... Oh, my god, we're done. There's literally 0 reason to continue. Alright, Renin 7, one of my favorite cards here. Reveal the top 4 cards of your library, put all the land cards revealed this way into your hand and the rest into your graveyard. Or for 0, put all the any number of land cards from your hand onto the battlefield. Now that's just crazy. If you find ways to like populate your hands with lots and lots of lands, well, Cultivate is one to get one. The one that I usually think about is, what's the name of it? It's Land Tax. Land Tax is something that will probably go really well with this, but green and white together nowadays. Actually, the Coven leader can do that, can't she? But I don't think she's designed to work that kind of way. But Unblinkable Observer, okay. And I think if you were to search up the card that has the roll a die, and depending on the result, you either scribe and draw, like the multiverse card, or the other one. At the other end of this, you'll see that the big eyeballs peering into the portal to the other one. I like that little homage there. And our list card is going to be Fireball. Oh, wow. Oh, man, that is really, really neat, actually. I don't actually own one of these. So, you kind of missed the D&D set there, my good man. We're a little bit, we're a little bit past D&D currently. We're into the spooky season. Oh, day. When the day comes into nightfall, and you're not here to get me through it all. Oh, Kaya. I bet you we're going to be seeing her inside Crimson Vow. Got a nice little Juris, of course, has to be in standard. Got a nice little play with fire. Vampire Solate. One thing that I do want is the Vanquish the Horde. That's a really good mono white removal spell. Got our nice Dire Stain Brawler. Got a Candle Witch. And Fateful Absence, one of the better removal spells that recently came in. I've actually used this a couple of times inside the recent games while I was playtesting some games for our Midnight Hunt episode, which is going to be out probably next week. But Fateful Absence, I think, is okay. It's 1 and a white, destroy target creature or planeswalker. Its controller investigates. Now, investigate gives them a token that they can sacrifice to draw a card after they pay, if they pay 2. However, the it's a little bit restrictive because even though it does target planeswalkers, a lot of times, for the last couple of games I've been playing anyway with a bunch of random people, it's that they have indestructible creatures that you can't get around, which the exile thing is good. And you also want to, I don't know, man, like holding up 2 mana is a little bit weird. It's useful in some circumstances. It's definitely going to be really good inside the standard format for sure. As the mono white removal spell here. So I'm glad we have one of you. So Tireless Hauler and our day and night token. There we are. Man, 4 booster packs in, and we've gotten nearly everything I want. Oh, another card from the list. We get a run in 6 from this. I'm going to flip. Okay. Nice little plains. We are currently missing a swamp and a mountain. Okay, let's see if we can fix that. So to be fair, we already have the commander deck, so I'm guessing they're populated with these things. So Pax Betrayal, okay, not too bad. Another Arcane Infusion. Seize the Storm, pretty decent, okay. Got the Angler. I am looking for this counter card though. Oh my god, Old Stick Fingers inside the Old Border. Now this is a card that has been inside our discussions for a long time. I'm building one probably for the next episode after this one because I'm playing a different deck for this episode tomorrow, and I'll tell you guys. You'll see it. But yeah, Old Stick Fingers, pretty decent. So when you cast a spell, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal X creature cards. Put all creature cards revealed this way into your graveyard, then put the rest in the bottom of your library in a random order. Old Stick Fingers' power and toughness are equal to the number of creatures inside your graveyard. So why is this good? It's because it's basically a tutor. If you can pay the X cost, equaling the amount of creatures inside your deck, and they'll go to the graveyard, you can easily just fill your deck with reanimation spells to be able to bring them all back. And I'm not gonna lie, this has the potential to be either extremely CDH or it's a very fun mechanic. I'll give you that. Oh, I forgot about these. Man, these are like the I don't know what to call them. They're inverse check lands is what they are. So if it ETBs, unless you control 2 or more other lands. So this could be any other lands. And the layers inside the D&D set was that if this is one of the other 2, then it will enter in tap. But this one is a little bit different. You can't find it with a fetch land, but it is pretty good color collection. And when you do draw it from your hand and play it down, chances are it's going to come in untapped. Unless you got really screwed over with mana. I'm just going to put these lands to the side because, man, Baleful Dragon! Bellfire Dragon, okay! Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, it deals that much damage to each creature that player controls. Oh, wow! Man, I was meant to get one of these. I'm just slowly accumulating so many list cards that are useful. I got a Vorinclex, like the good well, they're both great Vorinclexes inside these set boosters of my, what was it again? Kaldheim, actually, yeah. Not gonna lie, both great pools. And look at this, another card from the list. Gonna be another mythic card, please. You're the one with 13, right? Let's have a look. Okay, Moonraker Slasher. A Trapper. A Duel for Dominance. Oh, wow. It's like me and my siblings starting to do a sword fight inside the locker room. Actually, that came out wrong. Let's just ignore that. We got a Wing Shredder. Candle Grove Witch. Okay, not too bad. Koa Mechanic again. Man, really, guys? Oh! Hi, Billy. I'm actually so freaking happy we got one of these. I was worried that I have to use my printer tomorrow. Okay, so this is a spoiler, but this is one of the decks that we'll be seeing in the near future. And it will be piloted by one of my great friends, Billy, who you guys see in the channel all the time. Billy, you're watching this. Hi. And say hello to Mindy, too, while you're at it. Hope you're both doing well. So good. So, Death Touch. When a curse is put into your graveyard from the battlefield, return it to the battlefield attached to you at the beginning of the next end step. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may attach a curse attached to you to one of your opponents. If you do, draw 2 cards. So basically, it's a way to, well, first off, as Death Touch 2/4, it's kind of hard to get rid of. It has 3 pips that it is hard to summon-ish, but not really. It basically has enough toughness to dissuade anyone from attacking you, because you can always trade it if you need to inside clutch situations. It gets you cards back from your graveyard, so all you have to do is just populate with a bunch of curses, so even if your opponents get rid of them, you just bring them back. And when you do that, you're going to draw 2 cards. So here's the thing that's going to happen. You give a curse to someone, and then they're going to try to destroy it. When they destroy it, it comes to your turn. You're just going to give it back to them later on. So that recurs the curse. They're going to need something to exile your graveyard before they can even deal with you. Otherwise, the curses will kill them. But yeah, let's keep going. Sagrada Splendor. It's a little bit of a weird win con. Well, not a win con. It's a, what was it, Cosmic Elixir? It's a little bit better than this, in my opinion. But yeah, it's pretty good. So note your life total. As it ETBs, at the beginning of your upkeep, draw a card if your life is greater than or equal to the last note of life for Sagrada Spender. Then note your current life. When you cast a white spell, you gain 1 life. So it's not too bad. It potentially draws you a card. And for white, for like trying to get some more life, it's an Aetherflux Reservoir that's much worse than the Aetherflux because it has no way of actually doing it. But using conjunction with an Aetherflux, pretty decent. In my humble opinion, yo. Got a nice little Famished Foragers, and we get ourselves an MDFC card. Mother flippers. The dolphin. You know, flipper. No one? No one? Okay, so I'm just old. Alright. I actually never watched the movie. I saw like the anime show once. Got a nice little schwamp. There you go. Okay, Howl of the Hunt. Let's get going. Got a Stuffed Bear. Candlelight. Seize the Storm. Storm Skillrex. Bereaved Survivor. Can I get the card that has you can't counter spells? So, Fang Blade Brigade. Visions of the Duplicacy. Okay, exchange control of 2 creature cards. Remember, look at this. It's the symbol here. So, the thing about this is that this is the commander deck, right? And the commander deck will have the same symbol over here. However, you cannot get cards from this commander deck inside a set booster. You can, however, get cards from this commander deck inside the collector boosters, which has always been the case inside extended foil version or extended version, which, you know, sometimes is worth it, sometimes not, but 10 times out of 11, it is not worth it at all. When this creature enters the battlefield, to transform into a brutal counter, exile target creature, and opponent controls it, this creature leaves the battlefield. So for 2 and a 1, what is this? It's kind of like the Sky Clad Apparition, but a bit worse. Well, a lot worse. But it is a little bit cheaper. What happens when you flip it? It becomes a werewolf with a Ward tree. Well, Ward Pay tree. First strike. Not too bad. Kind of control magic gives you something to put on the board. Not too sure if it's very relevant, though, with only 2 toughness and a bunch of removal spells. Although currently inside the format, I'm not too sure if that will hold any water, but alright. I will call it one of the... Oh! MDFC card? MDFC card. Or are you a... Oh, there's the mountain. There's all 5. Oh, hi, Jack. Ah, nuts. I mixed up the piles. Sure. I'll fix that in a second. Evolving Wilds. Reprinted yet again inside the standard format, because why not? Oh, man, I have way too many of these. Nature's Return to Nature. I really gotta get a Nature's Claim as well. And here he is. The Flesh Taker. A soulless husk of endless hunger. So whenever you sack a creature, gain a life and scry 1. Not too bad. And, well, sack a creature, and it gets 2/2 to end of turn. So basically, it's like mauling the living daylights out of all your other creatures, taking its flesh as its own. And then it will, by the time your turn is over, it's digested it all, so it's back to a 2/2. Was that too descriptive? Have I thought about this too much? No, I haven't thought about it enough. A Lunarch Veteran. Come on, guys. What rare are we going to get? Vanquish the Horde? No, I haven't actually got to the rare. Vanquish the Horde? What the heck? Alright. Vanquish the Horde. No, it's going to be a Ghoul Caller's Harvest. Create X 2/2 zombie tokens with Decayed, where X is half the number of creature cards in your graveyard rounded up. So pretty okay for like a 2-mana drop that you can flash back later on. And inside, well, EDH anyway, you have a bunch of ways to double your tokens. Oh, wow. Hope you guys are enjoying the show so far. If you do, please be sure to give it a little thumbs up, you know? Hopefully we can get everything that we want from this, but not gonna lie, guys, I've gotten 3 of the mythics that I want currently. Oh, that's spooky. What are you? You're a vampire. You shouldn't be inside this plane. Go back to Innistrad, Crimson Vow, a Morning Patrol, Tireless Hauler, Keswick, the Naturalist, okay. Dawnheart Mentor, alright. And we get a Ludovic Necrogenius. So this is the one where it ETBs or attacks, you mill a card, and then you can exile target cards from your graveyard, transform Ludovic, X can't be 0, activate only as a sorcery. And one thing to know about Ludovic here is that when you do exile the cards, you are unable to revert back to Ludovic unless he dies, because he does not gain this ability when he turns into the new thing. He's just literally a copy of it, which is good and bad. And then you have this. As this creature transforms into Olog, Ludovic Hubris, it becomes a copy of a creature, except it is a 4/4 legendary blue and black. Zombie, in addition to all its colors and types, put a number of 1/1 counters equal to the number of creatures exiled with it. So it gets a little bit bigger as well, so it can protect itself for a little bit of shenanigans. So, Ritual of Hope. Sure, sure. Oh man, I'm actually through the moon about this. The boys and the gals are gonna... Oh, and look at this. We actually get a signature card. Well, I always loved art by Boxman. Ooh, Force. Foil. Beautiful. Beautiful. Ritual Guardian, Harvest Rite Sentry, Timbleguard Guide, Lunar Frenzy, Moonsilver Key. Pretty decent card to have. It's, if you guys think about it, Wayfarer's Bauble is kind of like similar. No, it's the inverse, so it's 1 then crack for 2. This is 2 crack for 1, which is worse. But what it does is it search for a library for an artifact with a mana ability, or a basic land, reveal it, and then put it into your hand, then shuffle. So basically this lets you find your soul rings. This one will let you find your mana crypts. A bunch of value inside this particular card. Pretty nice for like an uncommon card, although it doesn't do too much, but it is good, is what it is. It's so basic that it's good. Okay, Canna Grove Witch. I swear to God, if there's another one of you behind this. But, come on, Vanquish, Vanquish? No. We got a Galvanic Iteration, actually. This is a pretty good one for a lot of Izzet decks. Or should I say, what are they called now? Galmari? Gazami? No, I think it's the Galmari, isn't it? Yeah, sure. Why not? So, when you cast your next instant or sorcery this turn, copy that spell, you may choose new targets for the copy. So, not too bad, guys. Not too bad. Gives you more value out of your things. If you do X spells, you can play this as well. And then you'll get 2 copies of the X spell that cannot be... Well, you can counter them, but chances are that you burn 2 counter spells to get to you. So, Dread Horde, Hound, and a Bat. If you fuse it with a man, you get a very psychopathic child. Telling you, he just goes on the streets every day and beats up a bunch of punks. True story. Alright. Okay. Forest. Olivia, alright. Let's just keep going true for now. We do get a bunch of stuff, but I don't think any of these are very relevant for what we're trying to do. Some of them are, alright. There is one uncommon card that I'm looking for. Well, Dawnheart Mentor. And here he is. It is the werewolf commander himself, Tablarv. So whenever a wolf or werewolf deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. So Toski or one Faustbang. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you control 3 or more wolves, it becomes Knight. So it automatically switches over to Knight, which is a really nice con. Then transform any number of human werewolves you control. And ba-bam. Whenever a wolf or werewolf controls deal combat damage, draw a card, so still has the draw engine. However, it now has the ability X and come on, Gruel. Target wolf or werewolf you control gets X and 0 until end of turn, and trample. Pretty decent. Blessed Defiance. I mean, he is basically the best werewolf commander we've seen ever printed, which isn't saying too much. Sure, it's something. Here we are. It's from the list, y'all. Okay. Got an island. Come on. Let's bring it on home. Papa needs a Vanquish the Horde, Lunar Frenzy, Gale Drifter, a Shady Traveler, and here she is, Augur of Autumn. You may look at the top card of your library anytime. You may play lands from the top of your library, and as long as you control 3 or more creatures with different powers, you may cast creature spells from the top of your library, which is a little bit better than the something of Satyr of Krufix or something. but it is worse than in Oracle Mondia because it doesn't give you an extra land drop. Although it does, it's hidden information. Well, we'll call it that. Pretty nice. So we got one of these. Oh, Tortured Existence. Oh my god, is it Tuesday already? Choose and discard a card from your hand. Return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. This is a pretty good one to have. I've seen some neat combinations before. I was playing a game the other day, actually, and this is one of the discard outlets, you can call it that. And they were recurring Revelark along with the Karmic Guide just to get back all their stuff, which is, not gonna lie, kind of a dick move when I haven't drawn my endurance. Alright. You guys know what that means. Another card from the list. Let's go. Come on. Stolen Identity. We can do this, people. Okay. Ghoulish Procession. I do want to make the guy that has the factory on the other side. Oh, Lisa Forgotten Archmage. So she's flying lifelink. Whenever a non-creature you control dies, return a card to its owner's hand at the beginning of the next end step. If a creature an opponent controls would die, exile instead. So a bit of a rest in peace shenanigans. Makes it so they can't recur stuff because it keeps exiling them. Pretty nice to have. You can keep it alive long enough. But once it gets to like the very end and it's a 1v1 situation, you basically lock them out because you can recur stuff, but they can't. So over time, you will just generate more value to them and win. Path to the Festival. Foil, not too bad. Search for a basic, put it on the battlefield tap, then shuffle. And then if there are 3 or more basics, one lung type, you scry one. Oh, that's actually horrible. Okay. Clearwater Goblet. What should you do? At the beginning of your upkeep, you may gain 1 life for each charge counter on Clearwater Goblet. Oh wow, that's pretty neat. If not for the fact that you cost an arm and a leg. Ah, sure, it's pretty decent. In some decks. If you can get it out on time. Okay. Let's go. Plains, Shadow. Oh, the Curse of Silence is something that I need. Come on, people. Curse of Silence. Vanquish the Horde. A bunch of stuff here. Come on. Early Breaker. The Rejuvenator. And we get Tristakai de Belfiria. I believe if you guys were to count it, there's like 13 hands, so 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I know that there's 13 of something in here, and you have no maximum hand size. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you have exactly 13 cards in the hand, you win the game. You also have the thing to do it instantly over here to draw a card. However, it has to be at the start of your upkeep, and upkeep happens before draw step. So, you can't interact during untap and upkeep. There's the period before that, before drawing, but if you keep doing this before your draw step, you still won't win because it has to be at the beginning of the upkeep. Although you could do a Sphinx of a Second Sun to get like a second upkeep, I guess. Pretty decent. There's also a second version of this. And also, she's always willing to lend a hand. It just won't be her own. That's 13 words. 13 words is what I can say. I love homages like that. Oh my god, it's a human pumpkin. Truer words have never been said. You guys know what we really, really need other than the Vanquish? Land. Rare land. Come on, guys. I didn't buy a set booster to open just so we can crack it open. I mean, half of it is true. I did do it for that. But more than that, I want all the lands, guys. We only have 1 currently, which is the Azurus. So not exactly what I'm currently looking for. Come on. Ooh, Denic, Pious Apprentice. Cards and graveyards can't be the target of spells or abilities. It also has Disturb. Comes back as a flyer. Whenever 1 or more creatures cards and put from the graveyard from anywhere, investigate. Only trigger once per turn. If he is put into the graveyard from anywhere, exile instead, which is what they all have. Ooh, Giza. Or Giza, whatever you guys want to call it. Glorious Resurrector. Another card that I kind of want to build a deck around. So, if a creature an opponent controls would die, exile instead. At the beginning of your upkeep, put all creatures exiled with Giza Glorious Resurrector on the battlefield under your control. They gain Decayed. So, a little bit of weird interaction here, guys. Say they all die, and then before your turn begins, you have 5 creatures in exile. If they killed the Giza, you will not get the trigger from this, because when it exiles, it's not exiled with that condition. That condition, it's only gained if it's still on the battlefield. However, if they kill it, you bring it back before your turn, it still won't count because that's a new entity of Giza or Giza. So a little bit weird. Return to nature, okay. MDFC. Why? Why you do this? Why you get my hopes up like that? Okay. Alright. Let's go. Come on. It can't be 3 MDFC cards in a row. I mean, please, Jesus Christ, I have way too many MDFC cards. Revenge of the Drowned, Drowned Algrim, Farm and Sage. Come on, guys, we can do it. We can get it, right? Harvester Infiltrator. Memory Deluge. Alright, look at the top X card of your libraries, where X is the amount of mana you spent this. Cast a spell. Put 2 cards into your hand and the rest into the bottom in random order. Okay. Not great. You can't cast them for free. Which is, you know. Oh! This is a new one. Okay. Whenever a bird is put into your graveyard from play, put a feather counter onto catcher's Eyrie. All birds get a 1/1 for each feather counter on the Eyrie. So it's an anthem effect. With Bird Tribal. Wow. I know so many great bird commanders. Oh wait, no, those are dragons. Yeah. Oh, what about the other ones with wings? Oh, Pegasus? No. They're not birds. They're disappointments. Okay. Got a force. Let's do it. 3 black cards in a row. My god. Okay. Infernal Grasp is a card we also need to get inside the uncommon slot, along with that 2-drop white spell. So, an Angler. Man, how many of you do we need inside one game? Oh. Oh, hello. Hi. So, Vigilance. Adeline. Its power is equal to the number of creatures you control. Whenever you attack for each opponent, create a 1/1 human creature that's tapped and attacking that player or planeswalker. So it's not like Delina and you can't choose the new targets, but god damn, can you guys see that? There's like a blue splotch on my card. Monsters! Consider very good card. Oh god, do I have to like get a freaking refund on this one? I mean, it's not great anyway. Sure, I'll send a complaint later to Magic. They're making more than enough money for this not to be an issue for them. They'll just throw it at the problem. Here, you know what? Send me my rare card. That's worth like 10 cents, and which costs you like 20 euros to send it to my address because you screwed up. Intruder, a Bird Admirer, got a Village Witch, Tavern Ruffian, and you can't stay away. Return target creature with 3 mana value or less from your graveyard to battlefield. It gains, if this would die, exile it instead. So, Reanimator spell inside Orzhov colors, but don't know how I feel about this one. I mean, it's okay. Pretty decent, I guess. Very conditional. Pay 2 to get 3 back, potentially. Otherworldly Gaze. And we got a nice little Vampire token, which would be very useful inside the Vampire set. Come on. Let's blaze through it. Blaze it. It's 420 already. Got a nice wolf. Wolf? I forgot that they actually make this thematic, don't they? So you open a booster pack, it's going to be more synergetic with each other, is what I remember them saying. We got a Spell Rune Painter. Dawnhart Mentor. Well, hi there, sir. I am a frog. I don't know why frogs are British, but sure. Create a token that's a copy of target non-frog creature, except it's a 1/1 green frog. Sure. That's a thing. Ooh, Vadric Astral Archmage, a card that I also want to make a deck out of. So, if it's neither night nor day, it becomes day as he ETBs. Instant sorcery costs X less to cast, where X is Valdric's power. So, whenever day becomes night or night becomes day, put a 1/1 on him. So, I kind of love cards where, in other players' turns, you can get some value out of it. And Valdric, by the time he gets back to you, he might get like 3 additional counters. And then, when that happens, you're like, all my cards cost so much less now, which is fantastic. Puts you with a nice one, though. We are running out of booster packs, though. It's very sad. Who am I kidding? We have This many's. Okay, everyone. Oh, Chandra, I didn't know you were in the set, except I totally did. So Chandra, Kaya, and I'm guessing Soren is going to be inside the next one, which is what our group is currently predicting. If you guys have a guess of yourselves, please be sure to leave it in the comments below. Okay, a survivor. I can go into Beyonce. Here she is! It's not Beyonce. Now, it's Vanquish the Horde. It is the, what is it? It's the Blasphemous Act of White. So good. It costs 1 less to cast for each creature in the battlefield, including your own. Destroy all creatures. So for 2 mana, it will destroy everything. So pretty decent. Briar Breach Tracker. So ETBs investigate. As long as you control a token, it gets 2 and 0. Not too bad. Kind of blinky decks, but not really great. For 3 mana, you want to get the Tireless Provisioner inside MH2, I believe, which gets you a treasure or a food. And Tireless Tracker is the one that gives you a clue token, but he costs 4, and much better than that card, sadly. Sure, it's not the worst in the world, but sure, we'll keep him inside the rare pile. Because I need one of everything, guys. You know, Trent, when I go to deck build, the worst thing that can happen is that there's no more, the cards that I need aren't in the binders. And that's just sad. Okay, Harvester Infiltrator. Another ruffian, really, guys. Wake to Slaughter, okay. Choose up to 2 creature cards in your graveyard. An opponent chooses one of them. Return that card to your hand. Return the other to the battlefield under your control. It gains haste. Exile at the beginning of the next end step. Not too bad, okay. Jack-o'-lantern and one of ye. Although, yeah, it's 2. So you return 2 and you give him haste. I'm just trying to think of the one, the dragon, actually, from like Commander Legends. Costs around 6 as well, so 1 more mana than that, but it brings your commander out and gives it haste, which could be good and bad. And you return it to the command zone, which is fine. And with this one, you have to increase the commander attacks. With the other one, that's not the case, unless it dies. A Rebirth, okay. Dawnheart Rejuvenator. You little piece of... Why is there so many of you in this deck? Hi, Chandra. Hello. Apparently, according to Reddit, her breast size is currently at 38C inside this one. I don't know what that means, but sure. Sure. I don't know how you can approximate boobs from random fictional characters, but it is what it is. I am a weeb, you know? I'm no stranger to the oddities of the internets. Okay. 8 set boosters left. 8. We've gotten 4 mythics. Rates aren't very good. Rates are not very good. But to be fair, we got the good mythics. And of the rares, we have gotten some of the better rares as well, which is really nice. So, Pax Betrayal, Ominous Roost, Fateful Mending, Delver of Secrets, Harvester Infiltrator, alrighty boy. The Tireless Hauler, then our Dawnmark Mentor. Oh man, our first dupe rare, Ludovic Necrogenius. And a foil Dawnheart Wardens, of course. And we get the nice little human. 7. 7 to go. I mean, I'm not really complaining. I've gotten basically all that we need. If we can get like more value out of it and get the Ren 7 or Ren 6, that would be sweet. Thing's currently going for €90. Okay. Shipwreck Silphers. Heal the Ruin. Okay, that's pretty good. They brought that back, I'm guessing, for a lot of reasons. Not in part because of the whole Book of the Exalted counter, or combo. Beloved Beggar. Covert Corpus. Another Tracker, alright. Playing with Fire. And an MDFC card. Darn you. Darn you to hell. You've gone... Alright. No adversary cards currently. Gonna have to buy those later. Eaten Alive. Although the only one I really kind of need is the green and the white one. Well, the blue one's pretty decent as well, I guess. Heart of Pyre. Bird Admirer. Harvest Infiltrator. Tavern Ruffian. Tainted Adversary. Speak of the devil and she shall come. So ETBs, you may pay 3 mana anytime. When you do, Put that many 1/1 onto Tainted Adversary, then create twice that many black zombie tokens with Decayed. It's okay. And one thing about the adversary cards is like it is basically kicker, right? However, or multi-kicker, I should say. But it kicks on ETB, not on cast. So you can blink it and then do it more later on in the game, which is good and bad. Good and bad. We get a Flare of the Fate and a Spider. Tom Holland, if you're watching this, love you, man. I don't know. For Halloween, I might as well dress up as Spider-Man. Probably be Remy, though. I'm not young enough to portray Tom Holland. Plus, my back. One of the displeasures of becoming old. Devoted Graph Keeper, okay. You son of a... So you can get cards from the Commander deck inside this. Except this one isn't in foil. I hate you so much. If I go through this flippin' pile, and it turns out that some of them were actually cards that we can get from the Commander decks, I'm gonna be so miffed. Because I know some of the cards there you can't get in the Commander decks. Like Linda is definitely something you can't get from the Commander decks. Adversary cards you can't get from the Commander decks. I'll flippin' murder somebody, I swear to God. Code Defiance. Fair Fleet, Candle Witch, Hedgework Mask, Field of Ruin, Clear Shot, Unnatural Moonrise, Harvester Infiltrator, Shady Traveler. Finally, our second one of these lands, Haunted Ridge. Okay, not too bad. ETBs, tap unless you control 2 or more lands. Put you to the side over there. And we also got a card from the list. Affinity for Artifacts. Oh god, it costs 11. Artifact creatures you play have affinity for artifacts. Ooh, that's a thing. That's a really good one. Especially with all the artifact stuff getting really good in Modern again. Okay, people. Alright. We can do this. We have not too many cards left. 2 more booster packs and we can move on to our bundle, of course. What is that? Oh, it's the Gruul land! Okay. Graveyard Trespasser, not too bad. Discard a card with ward. Whenever it enters the battlefield or attacks, exile 1 target card from a graveyard. If it was exiled this way, each opponent loses a life, you gain a life. And when you disturb it, when it goes to Nightfall. Yeah, same ability, just a bit stronger. Sure. Here we are. Rockvale Vale. Okay, I was kind of hoping that we get the... oh, what's that? Catilda Dawn Prime. Okay, protection from werewolves. Human creatures you control have add 1 mana. Oh, this is actually a really good one. I know for a fact that... oh, John's gonna love this. Sure. Alright. Yeah, dang. I really wish we got the Celestia one. I mean, we still have a bundle left. Hopefully we can get the remaining land cards that we need from it. So flip the switch. Secret of the Keys. Consider. Okay, Infernal Grass. Finally, one of you. Right at the very end. Okay. Shady Traveler. Overwhelmed Archive. Slaughter Specialist. Okay, ETBs. Each opponent creates a 1/1. And whenever a creature your opponent controls dies, put a 1/1 on Slaughter Specialist. Not too bad. Homestead Courage, and of course we get a zombie token. Oh, these are actually pretty nice. That's a funny one. Hit you with my hand. That's what my mom used to say. What was the one? It kind of reminds me of like Breath of the Wild when you just go around killing the skeletons. And then you like break off pieces of their body, and then you just use it to smack it with them. Oh, that was fun. And then I got the Master Sword, and then we never use anything ever again after that. Okay, Otherworldly Gaze. Dissipate. Fading Hope. We didn't get the card that lets you change day to night, the Celestial, I believe. Quite yet, so Baneblade Scoundrel, Candlegrove Witch, Curse of Leeches, okay, not too bad. So this is the one that turns into a creature, it's the inverse. So, as this permanent transforms into a Curse of Leeches attached to a player. At the beginning of each enchanted player's upkeep, they lose a life and you gain a life. Not too bad. And Leeching Lurcher, it's just a 4/4 with lifelink, really. Not the best, but sure, it's something. And we end off with a Gate to the Afterlife. Whenever a non-creature you control dies, you gain 1 life, then you may draw a card. If you do, discard a card. Okay. So you sack it, you get a hand, you get to search your hand, graveyard, and library for a card named Godfall's Gift and put it into the battlefield. If you search your library this way, shuffle it, activate only if you control 6 or more creatures in your graveyard. Not great. Not great. Although I don't really know what the second one is. But yes, you guys ready for part 2 of this? God knows I'm not. God knows I'm not. But here, we're here now. Ooh, that's spicy. That's some spice. What is even... Oh, okay. Now the day, you got one of these weird things you don't really need. Into nightfall, and you're not here to get me through it all. Your first harvest may be your last. Oh wow, Harvest Tide. Read more on MTG Story. Also, a nice little pamphlet for the Moon of Innistrad. Great stuff, people. And of course, you're gonna get your... Oh my god! Oh my god! I can cut this out and make a mask! Oh, maybe we should all do that for the next episode. Well, we all just wear a mask. Okay. They changed the formula now, guys. Now with 8 set boosters. They used to come with 10 draft boosters, but trust me, this is a better one. The draft boosters were not very good value for money, and they give you 1 rare / a mythic at best, along with the the foil slot if you got it. But with set boosters, as you guys can see here, you get the what do you get with set boosters? You get up to 2 rares and or mythics. Here's the die. It looks not the best one that they've made so far, in my opinion, but sure, it is something. It looks really decent, although I kind of wish they went for the black and orange team instead of the translucent thing here. What's our promo card going to be? It's going to be Triskaidophilia, of course. And we got the regular one inside the other box here. It kind of astounds me that the even though Magic makes a hell of a lot of money, they don't include stuff like shitty sleeves or deck dividers, or dividers in general inside their boxes for some strange reason. Make them more useful, get more money, who knows. Okay. This is a brand new product, people. What are we gonna get? Clarion of Cators, okay. Not too bad. I'm just, don't mind me, I am currently working with Trash Mountain here. Fading Hope, Field of Ruin, got an Overwhelmed Activist, or Archivist, have a Hound Tamer, Curse of the Shaken Fate, don't have one of these yet. So whenever a player casts a spell other than the first one, it does 2 damage to them. So it has the potential to cascade, and it's not once per turn, so you can do it multiple times. Immunation, not fantastic here. Hopefully. These things usually come with like at least 1 mythic anyway. Here you are. Please don't be an MDFC card. That's a scummy thing to do inside a flippin' set booster. Okay. We're gonna go past all of these. Come on. Grizzly Ghoul. Rite of Oblivion. Morning Patrol. Okay. Covert Culprits. And a Keswick Naturalist. Denvik Pious. Okay. Along with an Heirloom Mirror. Dang. And we get a Lightning Axe. Recently reprinted inside the, what was it called? Jumpstart. But we haven't gotten the card that I really... Well, 2 cards I kind of want. The one that lets you counter a spell, then your non-creature spells can't be countered. Along with something else. Yes, the blue card that doesn't let people counter spells. So that's not very good. Candle Witch, Mask, Ghoul's Procession, Morbid Opportunist, Synthesis, Devoted Graphkeeper, Harvest Infiltrator, another Lisa. Not great, people, not great. Come on. One of the dual lands. Well, you know, inverse check lands. One of the inverse check lands. All I'm asking for. Hey, I just got you. Hey, I just got you. And this is crazy. But stop giving me all the dupes, baby. Let's do it. Okay. Rejuvenate, huh? Dire Strain Rampage. No. I mean, it's okay. Destroy target artifact, enchantment, or land. If it is destroyed this way, this controller searches for 2 basic lands, put on the battlefield. Shuffle, otherwise, this controller may search a library for a basic land, put it on the battlefield. Another way to deal with the Book of the Exalted combo. Obsessive Astronomer. No mythics so far, and only 4 booster packs left. Each one only containing 1 rare, so it's actually worse value currently than the draft booster packs. Nice little foil Schwampy Schwamp. Stolen Identity. Famished Foragers. Come on, guys. Outrider. Flesh Taker. Come on. Ruffian. You're killing me here, man. Bird Admirer. Okay, you guys ready? I think the next one is going to be the rare Mask of Gristlebrand. Not bad. Because Gristlebrand is banned. The Gristle banned. So whenever equipped creature dies, you may pay X life, where X is its power. If you do, draw X cards. Pretty decent. Got a nice shit of Oz, or Euse. 3 more. Come on. I need the Celestial Hand. Come on. Alright, guys. Or just give me any of them, because then I can trade them. Okay. You got a Village Witch, or Watch. You stupid Colvin candle piece of crap. Whenever it enters battlefield or attacks with a slime counter, and then non-horror creatures with slime counters become lose all abilities and have a base power 0/0. Okay, that's one way of getting rid of commander abilities. What really, guys? This has been, man. Give me my draft packs. The draft packs, please. Okay, a forest. Soul Gold. Come on, guys. Come on. Play with fire. Vampire Sliss. Alright, Hound Tamer. Tavern Ruffian. Another Curse of Leeches, no! And a Spell Painter. We're down to our last one. 0 mythics so far. Man, everyone's gonna be super happy that I got rid of the bad one from the whole lot. Okay. Schwamp. Pax Betrayal. Bounding Wolf. Persistent Wolf. Snarling Wolf. Come on, hungry for more? Hungry for apples? Okay. Lunarch. Catholic Naturalist. Not even a double pack, I believe. And it's another tracker. Do we got a second rare? Nope. That was an awful, awful pack. That's awful. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I mean, it's fine. We got what we kind of wanted thus far from everything, so let me just grab all the cards that we've gotten. No mythic cards or double rare or mythic packs from the thing, but sure, it is what it is. We've got our nice commander. Oh, wow, where are we getting one of those? Tainted Adversary, Lynn Cheerful Tormentor, Ren 7, and a Teferi who slows down the sunset. 5 mythics. Oh, wow. One of which you can already own. Not gonna lie, these ones are pretty good. They're pretty good. Pretty good. But sure, it is what it is. It's the luck of the draw, and you know what? Sometimes it doesn't work out. Next time it will. Maybe. We'll find out ourselves. Thanks a lot for watching, everyone. It's been a pleasure. I'm gonna start cleaning this all up. And then, yeah, hopefully everyone who've gotten their packages so far, I hope you guys got a really good luck inside your ones. And until next time, everyone, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up, like and subscribe for more content, and we'll see you next time.